What's going on, guys? I'm going to be ranking the top might DPS powers in the game at the moment. Now keep in mind, if you have high skill points, then some of the powers that would be like an F tier, they will probably be good to you. So this is just in general, like I'm mainly speaking to a casual standpoint, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, now let's get into the video. Okay, the first power is water. Water is F tier. It's trash. Water might is trash. I barely see people that's a water might, because it's simply trash. Like, it simply needs help, and today help water might, then it's gonna continue to be trash. The powers are like really slow, so that's another reason why it's in F. So yeah. Second power is mental. I'm gonna go A with mental. Mental is a great PvP power. It's the most broken PvP power, and it does some damage, especially for single target. It does a lot of damage for single target. But if you're trying to do some AoE damage, then you probably shouldn't go mental. But I mean, if you like to do single target, then mental is the power for you. So yeah. Okay, atomic. I'm gonna go D. Atomic has atomic might is sort of good, but it's not top tier like some of these powers are. But it's in D simply because some of the powers, they don't like the powers don't hit for real. They's like atomic don't compete with any other power except for water. It'll compete with water, but as far as like any other power, I just don't see it competing. The damage is just simply not there. But if you have high skill points, then yeah, you can make it work. But if you don't have high skill points, then don't go atomic. You will be disappointed. Yeah, and I don't see too many far range attacks with atomic at that. It has some, but not great. So that's why I said D. Light, I'm gonna go A. Light is a very slept on power. Don't too many people use light, and I don't know why. Light is very fun, and if you got the right loadout, you can really do some damage with light. Light do need some more like love. Because don't nobody use it, and everybody be talking bad about might. Like, why are you talking bad about might? Might is a very great power. So there's no reason to talk bad about it. It does damage, and if you wanna go melee, then oh my gosh, like, it does a lot of damage. So yeah. Light might is the way to go if you just not starting off. Well, of course you gotta buy it, but if you just not starting off and you want to buy it to try it, it's definitely it's definitely worth your money. So yeah, that's why it's at A. Now let's go to ice. Ice is C. I always used to talk down bad about might, and I used to talk down about might. Might is actually a good power. The only thing that's wrong with it is the damage come in slow. But other than that, it's a great power. Like, you can finesse the system with ice. Like, as far as like DPS might, like, you can finesse the system with ice. Like, there are some powers with ice that is just it just hits strong. And if I were you, I would try ice. I mean, if you're new to the game and you want to pick a power, don't go ice. But this is for like the middle class people with like 200 skill points and up. then you can start to shift to ice if you want to. But if you're just not starting off on the game, then I wouldn't go ice. But ice is a great power. The tank is C2, like the tank side is C, but this is just a mic DPS video. That's for another video that I did previously on my channel. If you should go check that out. Wink, wink. But yeah, the mic side, yeah, it's a very good power. Earth. Yeah, I'm gonna go D. Simply because Earth, like Earth don't be hidden, you know. I switched to Earth and I wasn't doing the same amount of damage that I was when I was light, and I was just disappointed. And you know, I looked up great Earth loadouts and it just did not hit at all. And I was just like, is it me, or is it my artifacts, or my skill points, or I don't know. But then I was like, let me switch to a different power, and I switched back to light, and I was doing way more damage than I was doing when I was Earth. So if I were you just not starting off, I wouldn't go Earth. And besides, the only great thing about Earth, well, it has two great things: Jackhammer and Entomb. So if you a supercharge spammer, then yes, you can go Earth, and that can make up for the powers that don't have damage if you supercharge spam. But Earth is not all that. Sorcery, I'm gonna go C, because Sorcery might is not that good, but if you go pet DPS, then yes, it's a very good power if you go pet DPS with Sorcery. If you're just not starting off and you want to do damage and you want to do high damage, then I suggest you go Sorcery pet. But you have to grind to get those pets. But once you grind to get those pets, it'll be worth it, you know. And you get the pet artifacts and you just go pet, period, it'll be worth it. But to me, it's boring. I have a pet DPS character and it's boring, and I don't know, I just don't like it as much. I mean, it does damage, but it gets boring. Like, it gets really boring because you're not doing no damage, it's your pets just doing damage. But if you want to keep up with the leaderboards, then yeah, if you play the game just to be ahead of somebody, just to out DPS somebody, then yes, you should go Sorcery. If you want to play the game to out DPS somebody, yes, you should go Sorcery, pet DPS. Celestial, it's a D. I just don't see it competing with any other power on the mic side. I just don't. I'm not saying that the powers are not good, but I just don't see it hidden. I just don't see it competing. I don't see too many people that's a Celestial mic. They go Celestial for healing, and even the healing side is an eh. So yeah, but if you have high skill points, you can go Celestial and you can get away with it. Like, you can do big damage. You know, if you have high skill points, you can do big damage with any power in the game. So yeah, don't go Celestial if you just not starting out. Fire, the first S tier. Fire is an S tier power overall. My tank side is just so OP. Fire is just so OP. It's one of the best powers on the game. You literally have damage over time. You have everything that you need, especially if you're just not starting off. Fire is free, and you know, fire does damage. And if you want to go tank, you can go fire tank, and you will not die. If you have the right loadout, you will not die. Like, if you have the right loadout and you are a fire tank, you don't even have to have high artifacts to be good. If you want to tank, you can still don't have high artifacts and be a great tank with fire. And that's the most underrated aspect of it. Like, most people won't tell you that, but I'm a tank myself. I'm a fire tank myself, so I know. And well, I have high artifacts now, but when I didn't have high artifacts, I was still staying alive. Like, So if you just not starting off and you don't got no money to spend on any other power, go to fire tank and go to fire. And if you want to tank, go tank. If you want to DPS, go DPS. But you will not be disappointed, and you will be up on the top of the leaderboards. Like, it has so many powers that just builds up. Fire is kind of slow, but it does damage. So yeah. Nature. Only reason why I put nature in D instead of F, because nature has AOE, and that's about it. Nature healing is very great, especially for PvP, but in general is great. But the might side is pretty They need to do some work on nature, but I'm not gonna say too much because I have another video that I'll be doing about these powers. So I won't say too much on nature, but yeah, nature is great on AOE, but not in anything else, and it's pretty boring too, you know. So yeah, I won't say too much about it because that would be for another video that I'm doing in the future. Munitions. I shouldn't have to say. I think munitions is the best might power up on the game right now. You know, it's just, if you're an honest character and you want to do damage, go munitions, because munitions is just straight to the point. Like, it's straight to the point. It has it all. Munitions is like, every power on munitions is hidden. It ain't not one single power on munitions that is not hidden. Like, you can literally just mess with your loadout on munitions, because every power is hidden. Every power fits in the rotation. Every power is just deadly with munitions, and it does tons of damage. I don't know why this game made guns so OP. Like, they made guns more OP than the unhuman superpowers. Like, that don't make no sense. But yeah, munitions might is the best on the game, and it's by far. Quantum F. Quantum don't really have any, like, I don't rarely see any quantum. Like, they go for troll. If you don't know, quantum control is the best troll up on the game, but on the might side, it is no. The powers are straightforward. Like, you expect, like, you know what to expect when you go quantum. Like, for every power, every power is the same. You just throwing balls at them. That's it. And the sound effect is just really annoying. Like, I hate to hear quantum sounds. It's just annoying. Like, I'll be having to turn my TV down. I'll be like, it's so annoying. And the powers rarely do damage, and it's very power hungry. So I want to go quantum if you want to be my DPS. Gadgets is OP. I don't like, too many people have been saying nerf gadgets, but I don't think the devs is just gonna listen. The devs is gonna keep it in there, and as long as they keep it in there, it's just gonna continue to be OP. But gadgets I'll say the might side is a little bit below munitions. I'm not gonna say a lot, but it's a little bit below munitions. Matter of fact, I would say the might is even a little bit below fire, to be honest. You know, I tried all these 3 powers out, and gadgets came below on all these 3 powers. It's another power that's supposed to belong in S tier, but, well, not really. I lied. But yeah, it's very good, but you gotta clip in order to be good. If you don't clip, then gadgets really gonna be like in C or D if you don't clip. But it has clipping, so that's how you get your damage off quicker. So yeah, that's why. But gadgets is a little bit below fire. Rage, I say C for like the might side. If you want to go melee, yes, be my guest. But overall, Rage don't have any range. I wish Rage had range, cause rage is a fun power. Like I love to go berserk on people. And speaking of berserk, berserk is one of the most OP supercharges in the game, and rage has it. But yeah, I just love to go rage if I'm just mad and I just want to just beat somebody up. I just go rage and I go all out, cause that's the point of the power. Like the power's named rage for a reason. But yeah, I would go see, but the melee, especially with berserk, I'll put it. The melee with berserk, I'll go as far as putting it to number 1, but I go like no, I'll go number 2. Cause Munitions is that OP. But yeah. And last but not least, electric might. I say A. Electric might, I'm gonna go A. It was tough. Like if you put it C, I would not be mad at you. But I'm gonna put it A. It's simply because of Circuit Breaker. Like Circuit Breaker is OP, especially with Gemini spam, with gem spam. Gemini spam is basically when people spam the Eye of Gemini artifact, and electricity have this supercharge. Well, it had this power where you can just keep using it. It's called Tesla Ball, and if you keep spamming it, your supercharge can go up quick, and you can just spam Circuit Breaker. Circuit Breaker boosts your damage up. So if you keep spamming that, you will be doing tons and tons of damage. But the only reason why it's an A is simply because like electricity, the might side is solely based off supercharge spam. That's it. Any other power with that power, you really not gonna be able to like compete, because the powers is not that good and it's not that strong. Alright, that's it. This was my DPS might tier list. I never did a might tier list, so I decided to do it for you guys. Alright, thank you.